time.
I wish
In a far-off kingdom
more than anything,
lives a young
more than
maiden,
life,
a sad young
more
lad,
than jewels,
and a childless baker.
more than life,
I wish with his
more
wife,
than anything, more than the moon. I wish the king is giving a festival.
more than life,
I wish to go to the festival.
more than riches.
And the ball. I wish my cow would give us some milk. More than anything.
I wish we had a child.
Please, how? Squeeze, how? I wish to go to the festival.
I wish we might have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
The poor girl's mother had died,
You, Cinderella, what? You, Cinderella, what? You wish to go to the festival, the King's Festival?
and her father had taken for his new wife
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails, look at your dress. People would laugh at you. Nevertheless, you still wish to go to the festival and dance with all the friends. Ha, 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 ha.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish.
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son was not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things.
You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with the cow inside the house?
Well, a warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she. How many times must I tell you? Only she can give milk.
Why, come in, little girl. I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4 birds in the sky, birds in the eaves, in the leaves, in the fields, in the castles and posts. Come, little birds, down from the eaves and the leaves, out to fields, out of castles and posts. Flick through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot.
Mrs. Valentine, Milky White must be taken to market.
But Mother, no! He's the best cow.
Was. She has been crying for a week. We've no food, no money, and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price.
But Milky White's my best friend in the whole world. Look at her. There are bugs on her dugs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump, big enough to be a hump. But son, we've no time to sit and dither, while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend.
Sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. You're certain of your way. The way is clear. The light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees. The trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't Fran be late.
And save some of these sweets for Granny. Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, and who can tell what's waiting on my journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny, who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know, she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and home before dark.
his mother and father in a baking accident, well, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed. Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door. We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish, it's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought you and his young wife to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was a child who had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, celery, asparagus, and watercress, and little things, and lettuce split all right. But it wasn't right, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, ripping on my rappy and my chappy, and my favorite, I should have laid a spell on him right there. I could have turned him into a stone, or a dog, or a chair, or a... But I let him have the rampy, and I've lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No. But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I had inherited that garden, my mother had warned me that I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans. Beans? The special beans! I let him go. I didn't know he stole my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall. Then bang! Crash! The lightning flashed! And well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came. I made my claim. And to take away the baby, they shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I did. It was to never be reached. Your father cried, and your mother died with extra measure. I said it was a pleasure. I said sorry, I'm still not qualified. But I laid a little spell. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one. So, there's no more fuss and there's no more things in my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens to never, ever mess around with my trees. Especially the beans.
Now listen to me, Jack. Leave Milky White to market and fetch the best prices you can. Take no less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me? Oh, yes. Now how much you to ask?
No more than 5 pounds?
Less than 5.
Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not the time for dreaming. Chimney stack, starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow, you must begin the journey. Straight to the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey, say. Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A pig? Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed. I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1, the cow as white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood.
Ladies! Very late.
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Dolly the dance, Dolly the club, the lips are nothing but Dolly was there. She takes the fool to the festival. And boys are going to dance.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone. Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
I wonder if there's
The winter beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you're not coming.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house. No, you're not to come, and that is final. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape as red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow was white as milk, the cape is red as blood,
And so
the
the
hair is
baby,
yellow as corn,
reluctantly, set off to meet the enchantress's demands. As for Cinderella,
As soon as you go to the
The
festival.
cow was white as milk, the
But how
cape
am I
is red
ever to
as
get
blood,
to
the
the
hair is
festival?
yellow as
I know
corn.
I'll visit Mother's grave, the glitter,
The slipper is pure as gold, the cow's cape, the slipper is pure as gold. In the woods,
It's time to go.
It may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it's well, but who can tell? Into the woods to live the spell.
Into the woods to visit Mother. Into the woods to fetch the thieves.
Make the potion.
To go to the festival.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get our wish, I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods to sell the cow. Get the money.
Into the woods to live.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival. To grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. The way is clear. The light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees. The trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there.
There's something in the glade there. Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king, to make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. And home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a prayer to the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a mighty
I've
tree.
been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish. What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like bad, can befall when least expected. I wish. Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish. Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver
like you, Milky White.
Hello, Jack.
How did you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again?
On your way to market. You might have been there long ago, taking your time, Jack.
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, you see, I was just resting here and
How much are you asking for the area?
no less than 5 pounds, sir.
Oh, now, Jack, why such a sum?
My mother told me that...
Your mother, a boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
A sack of beans? Why? Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league farther into the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl, what's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Straight ahead, not delay will be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Art to perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
How much may fall the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, so I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello. Ow!
His heart becomes that little girl in the red cape.
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
You frighten me.
That's the cape. Get it. Get it. Get it!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it.
I just can't take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would, but I can't. Oh, my Rapunzel.
Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. Get me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape. nor find a golden cow or a yellow slipper. Or is that a yellow cow and a golden slipper? Oh no.
The cow is white as milk, the cave is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your chart.
You have no business being here, and you have no idea what I've come upon. You'd be frightened for your very life.
I wish to help.
No spells of my house. Only I can lift the spells of my house.
A cow as white as milk.
Well, hello there, young lad.
Oh, hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
Well, I was on my way to market, but I seem to have lost my way.
And what were you planning to do there?
And what were you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Where are we to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat.
Here's the sum total.
Beans. Beans! Oh, we mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must, beans will bring you food, son.
Beans in exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans. These beans carry magic.
Magic? Oh, what kind of magic?
Tell me.
Magic that defies description.
Well, my mom would.
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Well, how many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. We must keep one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Well, could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly.
All right.
Good luck there, young lad.
Yes, this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I'm trying to be helpful.
Magic beans. We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for this creature. Besides, we did them a favor. At least now they'll have some food.
5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's
If the
crying.
thing you do is pure and intent, if it's meant and it's a little bent, doesn't matter.
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone's house tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. If the end's in sight, you'll realize. If the end is right, it justifies the
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cake and bread and blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower which lay deep within the forest. And whenever the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth.
Let down your hair to me.
a strange name. Strange but beautiful, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand beneath her tower and ask her to let down her hair to me.
Well, hello there, little one.
Hello.
I hope you've saved some of those sweets for Granny.
I ate all the sweets. And half the loaf of bread.
My, what a beautiful cake. Wherever did you get it?
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? I would love a red cloak like this one.
You look pretty foolish.
May I see it?
I don't like you that late, Kate. Please give it back.
I want it badly.
Give it back, please.
Bring it, little girl, and get the cake.
I just wanted to be certain that you really loved that cape. Now you go on to Granny's, and you be sure no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather wolf than you any day.
If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear. How uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's all the sweets. Which gate? Grandmother? My grandmother. You're looking very strange. What big ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
What's grandmother? What big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
What's grandmother? What's large hands you have.
Oh, the better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, grandmother, what's a big terrible wet mouth you
The
have.
better to eat you with.
And scarcely had the wolf said this, than with a single bound he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both, and with his appetite appeased, the wolf settled down for a nice, long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten! Grandmother! Ha! What is that cloth in the corner of your mouth? It looks like a piece of the... Aha! I shall remove that cloak from within your stomach.
What a fright! How dark and dang it was inside that wolf! Take a knife and cut his evil head off! Let's see the animal sliced into 1,000 bits! Better yet, let him die a painful, agonizing, hideous death! Evil must be destroyed! I know! Fetch me some great stones, and then we'll fill his belly with them, and watch him try to run away.
I will leave you to your task.
Don't you want to see?
Oh, no, you can keep them.
What kind of a hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said, straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had
had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone sets us free, and we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers, and though scary and exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not.
Mr. Baker, you saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes. Maybe Granny will make me another from the skins of that wolf.
Oh, thank you.
And so the baker, with the second item in hand, feeling braver and more confident than he had ever felt, ran back to the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only adults would exchange a cow for beans. Mother, no! To bed without supper for you.
little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Oh, miss, are you all right? Yes. I just need to catch my breath. Oh, what a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival? Oh, yes. Oh, aren't you the lucky one?
I have not seen her. I don't know where she is. Come on. Have you seen a beautiful young maiden in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there.
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before. Thank you. Oh, if a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide. What brings you here, and with a cow? Oh, I'm here with my husband. He's undoing a spell. Oh? Yes, now the prince. What was he like? He's a very nice prince. And it's a very nice ball. And when I enter, they trumpeted. And the prince, yes, the prince, he's tall. Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming. We did nothing but dance. Yes. And it made a nice change. Oh, the prince. The prince. Yes, the prince. He has charm for a prince, I guess. Yes. I don't meet a wide range. And it's all very strange. Oh, are you to return to the festival tomorrow Eve? Oh, perhaps. Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. But I wouldn't get to be in your shoes. It was over there. An enormous vine growing next to that little cottage. It looks like a giant bean stuck right into the sky. I must go. I must get home. I need more shoes. Hey, come back here.
One midnight gone.
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed? Agreed.
Never wear peach at all. Or pig.
Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Sloppy spoons don't
new wine.
One midnight gone. The mouthful is not the end of the world.
The servant is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy discourse. You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
One minute gone.
Sometimes you think you
One minute gone. You have it gone. One minute gone. One minute gone. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, when the sky is lead and the earth is stone. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, when the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you'd never dare, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not to the sky. Only just when you made a friend and all. And you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart's flat and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known and the world you've left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The house and your mother at the door. The house and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Good fortune, sir. Look what I have here. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces.
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them to her. She allowed me these 5 to do with as I pleased.
Oh, my.
Well, where's Milky White?
Milky White is back home with my wife.
Oh, well, let's go find them.
Wait. I don't know that I wish to sell.
But you took the 5 gold pieces. I mean, you said I could buy my cow back someday.
Well, I know, but I'm not certain that,
Are you saying you wish more money?
More money is always more.
Keep this. I'll go fetch more.
Wait, I didn't say that. 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for an entire year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious. But when explained, I am nothing serious. Would you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
I never thought of putting a price on it.
Exactly. You haven't thought about many things, have you, son?
Hey, give me that back. It's not yours.
Nor is it Jack's. The money is not what's important. What's important is that your wish be honored.
Come back here.
Damn!
What are you doing here?
I see you've the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. We've only 2 of the 4 left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cow and the cape.
Use the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
I should have known better than to have entrusted her to you.
She might just as easily have run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
The cow is gone. Get it back. Get it back.
We were just going to do that. Here, I can give you this.
Don't give me that, you fool! Have you no sense? By tomorrow's midnight, deliver the items to me, or you'll wish you never thought to have a child. I don't like that woman. I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now please, go back to the village. I will make things right. Then we can just go about our lives again. No more hunting in the woods for strange objects. No more witches and dim-witted boys and hungry little girls. Go.
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered if you had gone.
I have been looking all night for her.
Her?
The beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Where did she go?
Disappeared, like the fine morning mist.
She was lovely.
The loveliest.
I'm not certain of that. I must confess, I too have found a lovely maiden. She lives here, in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, on top of a tall tower that has no door or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues due east from here, just beyond the mossy knoll.
And how do you manage a visit?
I stand beneath her tower, and I say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And she lowers the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Rapunzel. Rapunzel. What kind of a name is that? You jest. I have never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She is as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince? None would run from us.
Yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech. When the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
On her tower she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blind and becoming and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours. When you know she would go with you, if there only were doors.
Agony! Oh, the torture they teach.
What's as intriguing
Or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach. Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
you are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
I know
The girl must be mad.
you know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while nearing her.
Agony, misery, though it's different for each. Always 10 steps behind,
Always 10 feet below.
and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the other. No, just the hair.
you encountered a young lad with a sunny, though occasionally vague disposition, answering to the name of Jack.
Not the one partial to the white cow.
That's the one.
You see the cow?
No. And I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
I have no children.
That's okay too.
Yes, well, I've not seen your son today.
I do hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I say. Jack? Jack!
Looking for your cow. Wherever you find her. Hello?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see your wish is granted.
You have caused enough trouble. Keep out of my farm.
Ow! 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 Ow!
You do take plenty of spills, don't you? Hello. It's these slippers. They're not much suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either. I'd say these slippers were as pure as gold. Yes, they are all you could wish for in beauty. What I wouldn't give for just one. But it's not likely to do you much good. Was the ball just as wonderful as last evening? Oh, it's still a nice ball. Yes, and they have far too much food. So the prince. Well, the prince. Yes, the prince. If he knew who I really was. Oh? Who? I'm afraid I was rude. Oh, how? Now I'm being pursued. Yes, and I'm not in the mood. Oh, he must really have taken a liking to you. I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns. Nonsense. Every girl dreams of princes and castles and gowns.
Look, yes, there she
And I must have your shoe. What's that? I need to help me, and I need to get out of here.
Where did she go?
Who?
Don't play the fool, woman.
Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in the ball gown? She went in that direction. I was trying to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Oh, excuse me, what's this? Where did he go? This is the print, of course. That's direction, but you'll never reach them. We would have if that Mongol with the cow hadn't molested us. Cow?
Wait! Please! Let me just compare this color to that of yours. Oh. I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
Kill the cow.
Yes, I've the cow. You've only 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Wherever did you find
And
it?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
And I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've an entire day left. Surely we can locate the slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take 2 of us to have this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure. More sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to
takes two. I thought one was enough, it's not true. It takes two of us, you came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took two of us, it takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. So you swear to change, can't tell if you do. It takes two.
You've changed, you're thriving, there's something about the woods, not just surviving, you're blossoming in the woods. At home, I fear we'd stay the same forever, and then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes one to begin once, and once you begun. It takes two of you, it's no fun. But what needs to be done, you can do. When there's two of you, if I dare, it's because I become aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there.
We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who minds what's dangers? I know you pass the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods. Just the two of us beyond lies. Safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us, it takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want four, we had none, we've got three. We need one, it takes two. Someone stop that hand!
Oh, Providence! My Milky White! And the owners! And my hen!
Look what this hen has laid in my hand.
A golden egg? I've never seen a golden egg before.
You see, sir? I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
5 gold pieces?
Wait, I never said I would sell.
But you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
No, I didn't take you, gave.
Where are the 5 gold pieces?
We've seen old man in the woods came as you
You said I could have my cow back.
No, I never said you could. I said you might.
You would take money before a child.
No.
Milky White is dead, too!
Till midnight gone.
One to the boss, not one to the prince.
Near may be better than far, but it still isn't there. Near may be better than far, but it still isn't there. So near. So far.
You can never love somebody else's child. 2 minutes on. Wait, love.
So near.
The prince.
So far.
The greatest prize you lost in life, the end of the 40th path.
2 minutes on. 2 minutes on. 2 midnight gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You must go back to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here, tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it! Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit when securing the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it's best that you go for the cows. I have met a maiden with a golden slipper in the previous eve, and I think I might succeed in winning one of her shoes.
Fine, fine, that is simply fine.
Really say children should listen. No, no, what will you not to do? Children must see and learn. Why would you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince. but wolves and humans too. Stay at home, I am home. Out there could love you more than I. What out there that I cannot supply? Stay with me. Stay with me. The world is dark and wild. Stay a child while you can be a child with I gave you protection, and yet you disobeyed me. No. Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you, but I will show you a world you've never seen.
Leave the white cow, not the white cow. I don't know. Leave me alone. Haven't I left you alone long enough? Your questions make no sense, old man. Go away. In need of another cow.
What a beautiful cake. Stay away from my cake or I'll slice you into 1,000 pieces. I don't want it. I was just admiring it. My granny made it for me from a wolf that attacked us. I got to skin the animal. And best of all, she gave me this beautiful knife for protection. Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs. I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where did you get that egg? I stole it from the kingdom of the giants. Up there. And if you think this is something special, you should see the giant's beautiful golden harp. It can play the most beautiful songs without you even having to touch it. Of course it does. Why don't you go up to the kingdom right now and bring it back and show me? I could. You could not. I could. You could not, Mr. Liar. I'm not a liar. I'll get that harp. You'll see.
After having cast your both feathers, the wind returned, hoping to take the prince by surprise. As he leapt from the tower, the sword, which he fell, pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepared. Knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unaware. But I thought, well, he cared. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? But then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, which you don't? So then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right, but you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, 'cause you're starting to to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and all. Once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough, cause you're still standing stuck to the stuff on the steps. Better run along and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, step from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with the shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace. We have nothing to discuss. You have attacked me once before.
I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here. Here's a magic bean in exchange for it.
Magic bean?
Nonsense.
No, don't do that.
I've already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another. I need that shoe to have a child.
That makes no sense.
Does it make sense that you're running from a prince?
Stop! Stop!
Here, take my shoes. You'll run faster.
Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing wrong. I just...
I've the cow.
This way, hurry on.
I will give this to the prince, who will search the kingdom tomorrow for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
It's mine. I don't care if this costs me my life.
Give her the slipper and all will. What was that noise? Sir, just a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom. How dare you take off in search without me? My apologies, sir. I thought enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch. And there, when she ran down, remained the maiden's slipper. Really? I thought so. It did create quite a mess when the other guests left. And sir, I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper. Give them the slipper and all will come to a happy end. Who are you? When first I appear, I seem deleterious. Shut up, old man. Do as he says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort, and we only need one. Yes.
There is a dead giant in my backyard. I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk calling for his axe. And when he reached the bottom, he took it and began hacking down the stalk. Suddenly, with a crash, the beanstalk fell. But there was no Jack. For all I know, it's been crushed by the ogre.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he's safe. And if he's been crushed, well, then there's nothing any of us can do about that. Now is there? We must be on. I need my rest before tomorrow's search is to commence.
Doesn't anyone care that a giant has fallen from the sky?
The third midnight is near. You've all the objects? Yes. That cow doesn't look as white as milk to me. Oh, she is. She is. This cow has been covered with flour.
Well, we had a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
Then where is she? She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live one.
Of course I prefer a live cow. So bring me the dead cow, and I'll bring her back to life.
You could do that.
Now!
There you
She's still heavy.
What's happening?
Milky White! Now I have two friends, a cow and a heart.
Quiet. Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow.
Go. Go. Go.
Fill this.
Oh, here, I'll do it. Strong and good for me. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about it, child. Oh, no, you wait one moment. We followed your instructions. That cow is as white as milk, correct? Yes. And the tooth case was certainly as red as blood. And free the slivers.
And four, I compared the hair with this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a towel. You what? What were you doing there? I have to cut the knife, but I touched that hair. Don't you understand? I cannot touch the ingredients.
Oh no.
The corn, the corn.
What?
The silky hair of the corn. Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow. Quickly.
This had better work, old man, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Please, not now.
Son?
Yes. Meet your father.
Father, could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son.
She's milking.
I don't understand.
Oh, not now. Into the cup.
Father! Father!
Son, son, all is repaired.
He's dead!
And so the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse of his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who had been punished with age and ugliness that night when her beans were stolen and the lightning flashed, and she was restored to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began his search for the footprint of the golden slipper. When he reached Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful, my child.
Darling, I know.
What do we do?
And we'll have to go, but when you're his ready kisses or ride, you'll never need to move.
The girl obeyed, swallowing her pain, and joined the prince on his horse, riding off to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to try on the shoe.
Why would it this?
Darling, be still, cut off a bit of the heel and it will, and when your hands want to touch a light, you'll never need.
found on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from her shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, only a little stunted kitchen wench, which his late wife left behind, but she is much too dirty, she cannot show herself.
I insist.
and when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fits like a glove.
This is the true bride.
I always wanted a son.
And much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughter, he took Cinderella on his horse and rode off.
No blood, it's all within the shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend the prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert until the day her friends, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar that he went towards it. And when he approached, Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms, weeping. Two of her tears wetted his eyes. And their touch restored his sight.
I was going to come fetch you as soon as you had learned your lesson. Who are you? Surely remember? Mother? This is who I truly am. Come with me, child. We can be happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself.
Yeah.
But you are the only family I know. Come with me. Please?
Yeah.
You give me no choice.
As is often the way in these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others. When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Florinda and Lucinda attended, hoping to get favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, flocks of pigeons swooped down upon them, poked out their eyes, and fluttered.
I see your princess found you. Yes.
Thank you for the slipper.
I never thought I'd wed a friend.
I never thought I'd ever find you. I never thought I could be so happy.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with happiness, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after, journey over. over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow, and extended, ever after. Ever after. All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away, all the tenderness and laughter, for forever after. Happy now and happy and happy ever after. There were dangers and confusion, past moved off and swerved, there were conflicts and illusions, but you never lost a nerve, to reach the right conclusions. Happy now and begin to not sighing, not sorrow, tenderness and laughter, joy, gay and bliss, tomorrow and forever after.
I'm saying I was fun, I was fun, we're happy. It was fine, we were fine, like men and women together, we said we're really fine. I'm happy, like everything was beauty and power, and a daughter like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish and now I'm ordinary. I'm happy, I'm happy now, I'm happy and as well as ever after. Happy is our common sense and happy of our discontent to be happy and forever. To see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever, when you see your wish come true. It's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Don't fearful, don't speak, don't try your neighbors. The path we made by the world. Don't see your life, you must have love, you must have love. You must have love, you must have love, you must have love.